Yeah.
Yes, I know. But of course the biggest thing is wait a minute. No, AARP didn't support President Obama's health care. Oh yeah, but he said they did, and then they said that they didn't endorse it. But didn't we just talk about AARP and their health care?
That's right.
What they were saying. Oh yeah, all those myths.
Of course, it hasn't went up yet, but we did the 8 myths of healthcare, which we debunked all the way.
It's all putting together again, and it's just kind of appropriate with everything going on with seniors and health care.
Because we're senior citizens are now thought of as a mob, there is no death panel. There's just an optional end of life panel. That's
yeah.
the same thing.
Optional end of life, and yeah, the option is if you don't go, you don't get health care. Wait, U.S. Marines assault Taliban town in southern Afghanistan.
Yeah, and basically we're 40,000 troops under what is needed to even hold the country.
Really?
And they're not going to get any more. That's basically coming in. Democrats want them all out.
Taiwan begins rescue of 700 villagers found alive.
Actually, they found that by the time they did this, they've got 1,000 of them they thought were dead is now.
Really?
Yep, because it didn't do as much damage as they originally thought.
The latest Iraq bombings. Is it a return to the battle days?
Yeah, because we're pulling out.
Oh.
Because basically you've got 3 different sets of forces in Iraq, the Kurds, the Shiites, and the Sunnis, and they're at war. They're always at war with one another.
House Judiciary documents link Rove to attorney firings.
Okay, the problem is it doesn't make any difference. These people serve at the whim of the President of the United States. He needs no excuse to fire them. Because when Obama came in, Obama fired Bush people he didn't want in there.
Well, and it's kind of standard when there's a change of administration, don't they all submit their resignations?
They all submit their resignations.
It's just kind of standard.
They tend to serve until the President gets rid of them. Well, as soon as he finds replacements, they're gone.
Yeah.
That's how it works. But they're trying to, Obama needs somebody to take the heat off of him, which is always going to be George Bush, because George Bush or Karl Rove or Dick Cheney were responsible.
Oh yeah, the previous administration.
Yep.
Is Pakistani's nuclear arsenal safe?
Yeah. If you believe it's safe, you believe this is a real bull.
Wait a minute. You know what? I do have something perfect for you. I've got a pig.
Yeah, pig. Yeah, I've got pigs too.
It's a pig flying. Of course it is on a soap.
Yeah.
Officials see rise in militia groups across the U.S.
Naturally, the Democratic officials that see that. The Republicans basically don't see it. The Democrats see an armed militia everywhere, which is why they want to seize their weapons.
Yeah. You can guess what's going to be happening next. Right. Boy 6 saves younger sister from New York house fire and 3 are dead.
Well, yeah, he lost everybody else and he saved his little sister, but the rest of the family died.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Well-dressed thieves steal $65 million in jewelry from a UK store.
I don't know how you can do that.
How in the world did they... I mean,
you can't get by security. Okay, you already know that there's somebody working in the store because they can't get by the security system.
Because there's always a security, there's lots of camera, and they only take out one thing at a time usually in a store like that.
And most of the stuff that they have is actually fakes that are setting out front. So it means you got to get into a vault.
Mona Lisa smiles on after Russian teacup attack.
They're always throwing things. I can't understand why they don't have these things in the Louvre under glass.
That's a really good question. I'm really surprised they don't.
Because you'd have a armored shield, tempered glass in front that couldn't a bullet bounce off of.
Although I remember seeing the Mona Lisa, and I thought the Mona Lisa was surrounded by glass. But I just remember looking at it and going, I thought it was bigger. It's
little thing.
It's not really that large.
Most of these things you can actually almost walk up and touch in those.
Yeah, you really can. Well, of course they have so much art, maybe that's why.
We've seen it over to Getty. You can absolutely walk up and touch almost everything that they have
I know.
over there.
And you really could.
Yeah.
Officials see rise in militia groups across the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that militia.
Yeah. I know. Well, like I said, there's armed Republicans and conservatives around every corner to a block. Actually, here's a good one today. I heard this one. This is funny. They said Barack Obama should start the comedy club circuit because he thinks opposition is so funny that he has to keep pointing out that they're laughable.
Really?
Yeah.
Illinois man faces 6 months in jail for yawning.
Basically, they got that.
Now that one.
He basically gave a yawn at a sentence a person got, and there, that's the judge is going to be admonished for basically. That's like a contempt of court thing. Nobody gets sent to jail for 6 months for contempt of court.
I mean, come on.
Right.
That's ridiculous. Lawmakers face angry crowds here. They come again on health care.
Yeah, and a lot of them are Democrats. Almost all senior citizens, and a lot of them are Democrats and independents. They said that the only people that favor Obamacare are the young and the unions.
Yeah.
Then it's something, the young and the unions.
Although I would think that a lot of unions don't like it because it'll reduce their health care.
Well, they don't. They said the ones that, okay, here's the trick is, why do senior citizens not like health care? Because a senior citizen is over 30 and a senior citizen knows how to count.
Oh, that's a really good reason why.
That's right.
New osteoporosis drug cuts fracture risk.
Yeah, drinking milk helps.
Oh, that's a good point, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, testimony puts Rove at center of justice firings. Oh, yeah,
I know.
Latinos won't forget GOP no votes on Sotomayor.
Okay. I heard a Republican this morning who says, who really gives a rat's ass? They weren't going to vote for us to begin with, and they're not legal.
Well, did they forget that there was a Republican that even put her into position so she could...
They said that the trick is that, they don't pay any attention when a Democrat doesn't vote for a Republican.
That's true.
You don't see, well, they're going to remember this and not vote for you. Well,
that's true.
They don't care. Same as the Democrats don't care. The people that are supporting health care in the Democratic Party are going to be reelected no matter what.
Volt may get a 230 mile per gallon rating.
Yeah, the way that's unbelievable. Basically, okay, it's got a Mickey Mouse little gasoline engine that will get 230 some miles per gallon. But the problem is they figure it's going to run about, $2 and something per 100 miles got, and it has a 300 mile range, which means you're looking at $6 a gallon, folks.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's very expensive. It's a $40,000 car that only gets 40 miles per gallon. Well, only can do 40 miles in the city. It can go on the road, but it's got such a gutless engine that you couldn't climb a hill with it.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah, it's only got a 1.6 liter engine in it.
That's hardly anything.
Yeah, it's like a go-kart engine.
Fed likely to leave rates at lows to aid recovery.
Yeah, they did.
And that's what they're saying they're doing.
Yeah, the stock market went up because they said the recovery, no matter what anybody is saying, the recovery has not happened yet.
The government is asking why airline passengers were stranded.
Yeah, 14 hours on a flight.
What?
Yeah, instead of
How far were they supposed to go?
They had to go 85 miles.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, 85 miles. They left at the airport, had to go 85 miles. They came in after the airport closed, and they kept them on the plane until the next day instead of shipping them off by bus. They 85 miles.
Oh man.
Yeah, they had to spend hours on the plane, then hours in the airport, then hours back on the plane. Because it took so long that they were in violation of the rules, and they had to change flight crews to get a new crew.
Oh. Doctor has common sense fixes to healthcare crises.
Well, yeah, it's got to do with allowing insurance to be... Okay, insurance isn't portable across state lines. They want that fixed. They also want tort reform. None of the things that doctors say, and they also said, insure the people that don't have insurance and leave the rest alone. None of that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. UK's Royal Opera House to perform Twitter opera.
I know. That was got to be the most unbelievable bunch of BS.
Well, I think sometimes they do it just for the publicity.
Oh, I know.
Microsoft to put Office on phones from Nokia.
Why? I mean, the thing is, I can see a little netbook because it's like a baby computer, but putting it on your cell phone...
Oh, they're putting the Microsoft Office on. Oh, it's a smartphone.
Yeah, smartphone.
Yeah. A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Okay. That you can't be bipartisan if you think everything everybody else is saying is a joke, if they don't agree with you. Come to join in. That's my girl.